to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, I ask you to please subscribe. I ask you to please share these on Facebook. When we get to 650 subscribers, we'll be doing another contest. So let your friends know, let your family know, twist their arm, and say, hey, better, yeah. Anyway. Today's video is on some things you may not know about Elinor Donahue. Some you may. She was tap dancing at 16 months old. It seems that her parents didn't want to rest on her laurels and just let Elinor be a kid. Perhaps they figured she was destined for greatness, and maybe they saw a chance to make her into something right away rather than wait and see if she'd be, grow into it. But thankfully, their attempts paid off, since Elinor seemed to take dancing like a fish took to water, and eventually, as she grew up, she was able to do more and more on her own and found out that she was very good. This thing keeps popping up on my computer. I need to get rid of it. Hold on just a second. Okay. She started appearing in films at the age of 5. This might seem to be too young for some people to believe at times, but considering how young kids are started out in these days, and the fact that it's happening for so long, it really should be seen as commonplace. Young kids might need a little more coaching, a lot more in some cases, but they're completely capable of performing in the role. You, of course, should know she played on Father Knows Best. She was the older daughter of Betty, and obviously she was a main character. She stayed with the show until 1960 before moving on, but was no doubt remembered quite well for the part. She even got to perform her dancing skills on the show at one point. She has a very modest amount of films to her name. There have been periods of time, sometimes decades, between her film roles. This had largely to do with the fact that she went back to TV, where she seemed to be a lot more comfortable. Some people simply like the feel of being on TV, where others seem to like the spotlight of the movies. Elinor seemed fairly comfortable with both, but definitely preferred the small screen, it would seem. And her list of TV appearances is quite long. While there's a long period of time between her film appearances, there's only a couple to a handful of years between TV appearances. She obviously took to the small screen in a way that was far more comfortable to her. It could be, as some have said, excuse me, sorry, it could be, as some have said, there's a definite sense of community to TV. She had a role in one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. It was a very small role, but she got to play a woman in the orphanage in the horror flick. Seeing as how the mental asylum and the orphanage were pivotal scenes at the time, such roles were important but never really fleshed out as much. It likely something to do for another gig and a paycheck, since a lot of people wouldn't have been likely to recognize her. She was featured in the show Coach. She played a role of Luther Van Dam's girlfriend in season 5 of Coach. Like a lot of roles, it was short-lived. She was from Tacoma, Washington. It's fair to say that she didn't stick around, but she's Washington-born at least, and there have been a few noted celebrities born in Washington throughout the years. And her husband was 24 years older than she was. This seems to be the thing in Hollywood, though. But few people ever really seem to explain it in great detail. I don't have a problem with it, as I am 20 years older than my wife. And that's all I got for you right now. Been working all day, so this is kind of short, but appreciate you being here. Please subscribe, and please share these out on Facebook. You're doing great. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate all the comments and the camaraderie on the Facebook page. By the way, don't forget the trivia question on the Facebook page. So have a great day. We'll catch you tomorrow, and God bless.